Now the laryngeal ligaments and membrane. The laryngeal ligaments and membrane can be divided into two parts: extrinsic ligaments and intrinsic ligament. The first extrinsic ligament is the thyroid membrane, which was extending from the upper border of the thyroid cartilage to the hyoid bone above. So this was the thyroid membrane, and its median end was thickened to form the median thyroid ligament, and its lateral end was thickened to form the lateral thyroid ligament. Next is the hyoepiglottic ligament, which was extending from the anterior surface of the epiglottis to the hyoid bone. So this was the hyoepiglottic ligament. Next ligament is the thyroepiglottic ligament, which was extending from the lower end of the epiglottis to the inner surface of the thyroid cartilage. So this was the thyroepiglottic ligament. Next is the cricotracheal ligament, which was connecting the lower border of the cricoid cartilage, this lower border, with the tracheal rings below. So this was the cricotracheal ligament. So these four are the extensive ligaments and membrane of the larynx. Now the intrinsic ligament. The intrinsic ligament are a part of a broader fibroelastic membrane of the larynx, which lie just outside the mucous membrane of the larynx. So this is the fibroelastic membrane. This fibroelastic membrane, or we can say that the intrinsic ligament, can be divided into two parts: a quadrate membrane and a cricovocal membrane. Now let us see these membrane in more details. To understand the quadrate membrane, we have taken two diagrams. This is the coronal section of the larynx, and this was the sagittal section of the larynx. In this diagram, we can see these are the cut sections of the thyroid cartilage, these are the cut section of the cricoid cartilage, these are the two cut sections of the hyoid bone, these are the thyroid membrane extending from the hyoid bone to the thyroid cartilage, and in red demarcates the mucous membrane lining the laryngeal cavity, in which this fold of mucous membrane extending from the lateral margin of the epiglottis to the arytenoid. This was the aryepiglottic fold of mucous membrane, and this is the laryngeal cavity, in which we can see two folds of mucous membrane. This is the vestibular fold of mucous membrane, and this is the vocal fold of mucous membrane, which is commonly known as true vocal cord, and this one is known as the false vocal cord. In this sagittal view, we can see the thyroid angle. This is the epiglottis, cut section of the epiglottis. This is the arytenoid, cornicate, cuneiform, and the cricoid cartilage. This was the thyroepiglottic ligament. Now, the quadrate membrane. The quadrate membrane extends from the arytenoid to the epiglottis. So this is the caudate membrane. The upper border of the caudate membrane forms the araploic fold, and the lower border gets thickened up to form the vestibular ligament, which will form the vestibular fold. So this whole was the caudate membrane. If we now put this membrane into this diagram, as we know that these intrinsic ligaments are present just below the mucous membrane here, and the upper border of the caudate membrane forms the araploic fold, and the lower border of the caudate ligament forms the vestibular fold here, which was thickened up to form the vestibular ligament. So this is the caudate membrane. And this was the vestibular ligament. Okay, now the cricovocal membrane. The cricovocal membrane extends from the upper border of the arch of the cricoid cartilage to the vocal cord, where the upper border of this cricovocal membrane gets thickened up to form the vocal ligament. Okay, so let us draw the other side also. And this is the cricovocal membrane. This cricovocal ligament is also known as conus elasticus. Now let us put this cricovocal membrane into this diagram. The vocal ligament extends from this vocal process of the arytenoid to the thyroid angle. This was the vocal ligament, and this was the cricovocal membrane, in which the upper free border was the vocal ligament, which was forming the vocal fold. Let us put the other side caudate membrane also in this diagram. So here we can see that the fibroelastic membrane of the larynx, that is the caudate membrane and the cricovocal membrane, is interrupted in between by invagination of the mucous membrane, and this invagination of mucous membrane is known as sinus of larynx, also known as sinus of Morgagni, also known as ventricle of larynx. One more point to be noted is that the anterior part of this cricovocal membrane gets thickened up between the thyroid angle and the cricoid. This thickened part is known as cricothyroid ligament, which is a part of this cricovocal membrane or the conus elasticus. So this completes the two intrinsic ligaments and membrane of the larynx.